I refuse to accept my family's fright that my grandfather has seemingly lost his might. I reject the fear they'll try to incite of doom and gloom and sprawling blight. I denounce any overzealous plead or plight that there's immutably and assuredly no end in sight. My grandfather's cloak may be green and white, but golden is its divine light. My grandfather's cloak may be green and white, but golden is surely its divine light. My grandfather and his brother never consented to any divisions, yet it was his decision. Remember, it was his decision. Do not despair, it was his decision. It was his decision to bring about a face which would wholly astound the human race, with fears and doubts not showing a trace, rather resilience and tenacity, and old-fashioned grace. After that gruesome, bloody division, born from a backdoor vision, created without even the slightest precision, forcing an indiscriminate catastrophic fission, rendering him with a cloak of pristine condition, it was he who sewed up any long-term incisions. 14th August was his birthing date, beyond which sealed the fate of this unique being's mark on the world. He was born beautiful, fingers furled. Furled around what you say? A pillar of support for a protracted stay. This pillar began with a poet's prophetic lore, which put on what we say in Urdu was the ultimate zor. But indeed, other nobles were not spoken for, unsung heroes who didn't ask for gore. The fringes with female compatriots made to disappear, newborn expatriates would shake in fear. The children of women forcibly displaced, their lives upended, their belongings misplaced. The non-regular clothed who simply followed hoots from white-knuckled vision with bandoliers and boots, stripped off their sunken roots, faces covered in blood and soot. Their sacrifices hammer me with guilt and shame that this is what it took to keep the breathing tame. Yet we must shift our fate from heinous hate to praise and hope no matter the weight. Yes, we shift our fate to praise and hope. The hope is that we can certainly cope with whatever is thrown my grandfather's way, declaring his cloak is here to stay. For this resplendent cloth may be green and white, but golden is its divine light. Now, only affection can shift his condition, affection for each other and our collective mission, the mission to maintain each pillar in synchrony and to solve our differences with achievable harmony, the mission to spread our literary joys with maximum gusto, be it Sindhi, Balochi, Punjabi, or Pashto, the mission to promote learning amongst our young. Don't worry about potential, that song has been sung. For he imbued grit and fortitude in every one of us, with childlike fuss, cleansed with Indus. To be born in a cloak was not of his volition, but for the progeny to abhor its colors is a form of contrition. My grandfather's feet are too tightly wound. Let him take his chappals off the ground. Look how the soles make a patter sound. Now the billowing of this cloth shall take him around. We must punctuate his past with a resurgence of might. We must collectively bring him up to a brand new height. For my grandfather's cloak may be green and white, but golden is its divine light. My grandfather may have turned 70-something all right, but he ages to perfection, noon and night. This is the 14th poem in my collection, Well Fragmented, and this is dedicated to Pakistan, my hometown, my home country. And I just want to say to all Pakistanis around the world and at home, we've lived through unprecedented times, but Pakistanis often do that. They live through unprecedented times. And their resilience is something that one can't even explain, all the way from the partition to now. And I consider myself one of the very privileged Pakistanis, and I become speechless when I read the hardships that so many have had to endure just for our independence. But this poem is not just an homage to them or a recognition of what they've gone through, but hopefully this can give a little bit of hope that the bare minimum we owe the people who gave their lives for us is to work hard on ourselves, more importantly, and then on society, and hopefully on the municipal level as well as the federal level and the provincial level. But overall, I just like to say happy Pakistan Day, happy Independence Day.